Do you think that you might have a narcissist in your life? How do you think that they got you into their web? I'm going to explain in this video how narcissists build trust. So you don't want to miss this one. Stay tuned. Hey there, I'm Rebecca Zung, and I am a narcissist negotiation expert. I'm also an attorney. I've been recognized as one of the top attorneys in the United States. I've written a couple of best-selling books, and on this channel and in these videos, I help you break free from toxic relationships by teaching you how to negotiate with narcissists powerfully. I've helped thousands of people go from lives of trauma and chaos to step into lives of freedom, possibility, and purpose. I want to help you do the same thing. So make sure you subscribe to this channel, hit that notification bell, and then I will hopefully give you some amazing tips here. I upload brand new videos every single day, free content, free information from a lawyer. That's what this is. Where else can you get that? All right, so let's dive into 4 ways of how narcissists build trust. Number 1, they play on your emotions. They know what to do to read you. They don't feel anything for your emotions, but they know how to act like they feel for your emotions. So they start off by conditioning you. They start off by reading you. They start off by love bombing you. This is whether it's a business relationship or a personal relationship. By the way, I was in a business relationship with a narcissist, and they are chameleons. They know how to read you. They know how to become exactly what it is that you want. They're actually kind of becoming you in a way, right? Experts at becoming exactly what it is that you would want. So they make you feel like you are the most special, incredible, amazing human being on the planet. They say all the right things. They make you feel like, oh my gosh, the stars have aligned. They rock your world. Soulmates, where have you been? This is unbelievable. They may even tell you that they love you before your first date, even if they don't mean it. But they say all of these things to try to gain your trust. They know what to do to appear trustworthy from the beginning. So they may even withhold information. Of course, they're not going to tell you the bad things about their past. For example, a great example of this is that miniseries Dirty John, which I don't know if any of you might have seen that or heard it. It was a podcast initially, and then it was developed into a miniseries. It was a true story, but that guy didn't tell the woman anything about his horrible past, where he had been in prison, all of these things. They're not going to tell you anything that might be bad because they want to gain your trust. They want to gain your confidence. They take advantage of people. They use information that they've been told in confidence a lot of times. So, and lying, of course, they have no problem with that either, right? So they'll lie, they'll withhold information, they do whatever it is that they need to do to play on your emotions. Charm, charisma abounds. A lot of times they're pretty smooth. That's number 1. They play on your emotions. They love bomb you. All right. So number 2, second way that they build trust is they will make great first impressions. Once again, they will show up exactly the way that you present themselves, the way you want them to. because again, they're really excellent at reading people. They've been doing this as a survival skill since the beginning of time, since they knew that this was something that they were going to have to do at the beginning. They'll be punctual if they usually are very well dressed, very well groomed. They know that first impressions are really important. So they start to build trust that way. Now, this doesn't last very long because as soon as they've locked you in, as soon as they get to the next level, they don't respect your time at all. They'll start being late. They'll start being like, oh, you're so needy, all of that sort of thing. But in the beginning, right away, they make really great first impressions. They tell you how much they respect your time. They tell you how much they love your company. They tell you all of the right things, right? Super prepared. They'll even tell you being prepared is key. They'll even tell you how much integrity they have. They'll use words like integrity. They know how to be one step ahead. They'll show you how organized they are. All of those things, they'll do that to build trust. Again, it won't last because as soon as they lock you in and as soon as they get to that next step, they won't continue to do that. And especially the covert narcissists, as soon as they get to that next step, one of the things they become is very passive aggressive. And, I saw this in my business relationship with a covert narcissist. They'd agree to do things and then just not do them. That's a passive aggressive move, right? But great first impressions. Number 3 way that a narcissist builds trust is they're excellent liars. So they will lie about accomplishments, their intentions, their feelings, great with future faking. So they'll have lots and lots of conversations about all the things that they want in the future. It'll be all the same things that you want. So they're building trust that way as well, because you think, wow, this is exactly the same kind of future that I want to have. I feel like this is an amazing person. And they do that, of course, to make themselves look better. Again, it's a manipulation because everything that a narcissist does is a manipulation. If you agree with me on that, put agree in the comments, because you have to remember that everything a narcissist does is a manipulation. Everything a narcissist does is a manipulation. Every time they try to love bomb you, every time they apologize to you, every time they try to do something good for you, it's a manipulation. Unfortunately, it is a spectrum. So obviously there are times that maybe they feel some twinge of something, but if they're full-blown narcissistic personality disorder, it's all a manipulation. Okay. So number 3 is they're very good liars. That's the 3rd way that narcissists build trust. So that's number 3. Number 4, this is the last way that we're going over today that narcissists build trust. It is that they're really, really good at reading people. Really, really good at reading people. And this is because this is a survival skill that they had to develop very, very young in life, because they were exposed to a lot of trauma and they felt like they had to survive. And in order to survive, in order to be able to manipulate people, they had to develop the skill of reading people. And, so I say to people all the time, Malcolm Gladwell talked about in his book Outliers that it takes 10,000 hours to achieve mastery. And I always say that 10,000 hours, if you're only doing it, putting in time for sleeping and eating and taking time off and having meals, and I guess I said eating already, but having a little bit of a life or something, it's like 4 years, right? Like the Beatles spent 4 years in Germany before like they became famous. And that's why they were already at like mastery level when they, became famous. And, they had, he had all these different examples in his book, right? Well, 4 years is nothing. By the time a narcissist is an adult, they've been doing this forever. They've achieved mastery many, many years before that. So they're really excellent at reading people. They're really excellent at doing exactly what they need to do to future fake, to make the promises, to manipulate, to say what they need to pretend like they have empathy, all the things that they need to do to say so that they can present themselves, like I said, as a chameleon, as mirroring you, as becoming whatever it is that they need to become to build that trust with you. Okay. So even though they have no intention of keeping their promises or whatever it is, they can make these huge, grandiose promises because they had to keep them anyway. So who cares? Right. But we, as their targets, their victims, whatever, sometimes we just want to believe them so badly, especially if you're really attached to this person. You keep going back because you if you love them or you're in a relationship with them or you have a life with this person, you're bonded, a lot of times trauma bonded. You think, okay, maybe this time is different, and so you keep going back there. And so that's how they build trust. A lot of times they use these tactics like guilt tripping and gaslighting, all the things, playing the victim, all of that, right? But they are very, very good at reading people. So they do whatever they need to do to get people to do what they want them to. And then, they push them away, push them away, push them away. And they'll even say, I don't want you anymore, blah, blah, blah. And then as you're finally, you had enough, they pull you back in, pull you back in. So they're very, 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 very good at reading people. And that's how narcissists build trust. They go hot and cold. It's so maddening. That's why you end up feeling completely drained. I've been there. That is why I'm on this mission. That is why I do what I do. It is literally the hardest, most horrible thing that you'll ever have to deal with in your life. And because I've been there, because I know how you feel, because I know that you're completely and utterly drained, I want to help you. I want you to get the help and support that you so desperately need, especially if you're having to negotiate with a narcissist. You cannot negotiate with a narcissist as you would a regular, reasonable person. You just simply can't. So if you haven't gotten my Crush My Negotiation Prep Worksheet, you need to get that now. crushmydealcom. Join my free private Facebook group, Narcissist Negotiators with Rebecca Zung. If you don't have access to therapy, I do have a sponsor here on this channel. I get commissions. It doesn't cost you any extra. It's BetterHelp, and you can go to betterhelp.com/Rebecca Zung to get that help that you need. Make sure you subscribe to this channel and hit that notification bell. And the next video that you want to watch after this is, does a narcissist ever feel regret or say sorry? Because you wonder, do they ever feel that? Because, they're doing all these things, right? To try to build trust and manipulate you and all of that. But do they ever feel regret about how they're going about doing these things? If you want to know, that's the next video that you need to watch after this. So I will see you in that next video. And then remember that today is a great day to start negotiating your best life. I'm Rebecca Zung, and I'll see you in that next video.